Well, hey, everybody, it is springtime. In fact, it's Memorial Day weekend. You might not quite be able to tell by the weather, but it's going to be summertime soon enough. In the meantime, we're celebrating here at the Canyons at Murdoch's on a Saturday afternoon. It's Eats Park City. This fantastic program raises money and contributes education and awareness to kids in our local schools how to eat properly in those really key years when lifelong habits are being formed. As you can see, I'm here on the daiquiri mobile. I'm not exactly sure what they call it, but I'm going to mix myself up something tasty here. We're going to go in and talk to some of the folks on the inside. Even though it may be a little bit cool and a little bit rainy out of doors, it is certainly a springtime kind of attitude here at Murdoch's at the Canyons this evening. We're going to take a look in on a fantastic organization, and I am pleased to be joined by the co-founder of Eats Park City. This is Ann Bloomquist. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us out here. I'm excited. You got looks like some pretty fun little things to auction off, but before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about your inspiration for the organization.
Well, Eats Park City was started just over 2 years ago with Susan Odell, who was a local chef, and myself, and we went to the school district to see what we could do to help get better school food. And it happened that the director at the time had just lost her assistant, and she's like, I would love some help. So we partnered up with the district, and all the things that she wanted to accomplish but didn't have time for, we took on those tasks, such as taste tests, school gardens, and cooking classes with the kids.
Now, I know that raising funds for charitable organizations in the year 2015 is a challenge. I have a feeling, however, that this is an organization that probably inspires a fair amount of excitement and great support.
It's been unbelievable. I like to say it's grown organically because everybody has just come to us. I get phone calls and emails and like, I've heard about you, we want to help, we want to do this. We've had great support from Park City Community Foundation, Park City Education Foundation, the United Way, the Rotary Clubs. I mean, just the whole community has just rallied around us, and it's like, wow, this is just fantastic.
Here with Julie Hooker from Treasure Mountain Junior High School. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Terry, thanks.
Talk a little bit about your leadership program, is that the term that you used, and the work that you're doing with Eats.
Okay, so we were super fortunate this year because Eats partnered with us and our leadership program to spread the word about eating awesome things at school. And you can imagine with 13, 14, and 15-year-olds, they're a little particular about their lunches and what they eat. But because of Eats, we had the opportunity to work with psychologists, dietitians, and also Jody Rogers, who is now the executive director of food and beverage up at Deer Valley. She came in and she spent the afternoon with my kids teaching them how to make salad. And they went home with all of the ingredients so that they could cook it for their families. And this is important because we have a diverse population at Treasure Mountain Junior High School, and we really need to show everybody how much fun it is to eat at home, to eat healthy, and how much better you feel.
I'm here with Annie Wallace from Eckert Middle School. Are your kids coming along with their attitudes towards some different kinds of food?
Absolutely. We have had the garden now for a little over a year, and it's funny, the kids at first, I think, had to warm up to a little bit, especially kids who'd never pulled anything out of the ground to eat it. And between eats and between growing things in the garden, I now have kids who want to go out and harvest radish greens and dig potatoes, and sometimes I have to remind them to wash the vegetables first before you eat them, because they get really excited that they're pulling something out of the ground that they can eat. They don't quite believe me that you can do that, but that once they start trying it, the Eats program, when they come and do their taste testing at the school, has been really fun. They came up with a wonderful way to have the kids vote. They have a smiley face, kind of a middle face, and a frowny face, and so the kids get to try different things. And we just did radishes, and believe it or not, there were a lot of smiley faces. The kids, chomped on the radishes and loved them.
We're here with Mo Hickey from the Park City School Board. How are you, brother?
Good. How are you, Ty?
Good. Nice to see you, too. Talk about your involvement in this event and in the Eats Park City program.
I've been following it as it's developed. I know some of the people that were behind setting it up, and I think it's an important thing for our school district to bring the healthy food into the schools.
And you know a thing or two about keeping an eye on kids and what's the best for them. Talk about your position as a school board member and seeing these kinds of programs develop over time.
You know, they generally start with a grassroots organization like EATS. They develop getting some parents who are passionate about a subject, and then they get other parents to join in with them and other community members, which they've done a great job with. EATS has done a great job with that. And now it's educating, quite honestly, the school district and some of our administrators on what they can do and how they can do it and incorporating it into the schools.
And thank you so much for being with us. Best wishes for a fantastic event this evening, and we'll look forward to keeping an eye on all the progress of the EATS organization.
Okay, can I say one thing about tonight? The Canyons Resort has been absolutely fabulous, not only for this event, but all year long. They've done our taste test food for us, they've cooked it for us, they've sent their chefs out to our cooking classes. Just a fabulous partnership with them, and I want to acknowledge that and say thank you to Canyons and Janice Fine and Scott Lewis and Zeke Ray, Alex, all the crew here. So
Nicely played. Got to show that gratitude.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.